Inside the Mayan civilization, rituals, power, and collapse. Imagine a civilization so advanced that it built sprawling cities in the dense jungles of Central America, developed a complex calendar that aligned with the stars, and established a culture rich in mystery, power, and ritual. But despite their achievements, the Mayan civilization collapsed mysteriously, leaving behind stunning ruins and unanswered questions. What happened to the Mayans? How did their world, which once seemed so invincible, fall into decline? Today, we'll delve deep into the Mayan civilization, exploring their rituals, the powerful elites who ruled, and the ultimate collapse of one of the most remarkable cultures in human history. We'll examine their advances in science, their religious practices, and try to uncover the reasons behind their mysterious downfall. By the end, you'll understand why the Mayans still captivate our imaginations and how their legacy continues to shape our understanding of the ancient world. 1. The rise of the Mayan civilization. The Mayan civilization flourished in the regions that now encompass southern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador. The civilization's roots trace back to around 2000 BCE, but it was between 250 and 900 CE that the Mayans reached the peak of their power. This period, known as the Classic Era, saw the construction of vast cities with towering temples, palaces, and observatories, all surrounded by intricate networks of trade routes. These cities weren't isolated but were part of a vast cultural and political network that stretched across Mesoamerica. What set the Mayans apart from other ancient civilizations was their understanding of astronomy and mathematics. They were able to create a highly accurate calendar system, the Hab and the Tzolk'in, which had 18 months of 20 days each, plus an additional month of 5 days. They could predict solar and lunar eclipses with astonishing precision, which played an essential role in their religious ceremonies. The Mayans also developed an elaborate writing system, hieroglyphs, that allowed them to record their history, political events, and religious practices. This system was one of the most sophisticated in the ancient world, with over 800 characters, and it was crucial in preserving their culture for modern archaeologists to decipher centuries later. 2. Mayan society and power structures. At the heart of the Mayan civilization were the city-states, each ruled by a powerful leader known as the Kuhulaja, or Holy Lord. These rulers were not only political leaders but also religious figures, believed to be divinely chosen and to maintain the balance between the gods and humans. Their power was legitimized through elaborate rituals and ceremonies that often involved human sacrifice. The Mayan elite controlled vast resources, including land, labor, and trade, and their influence extended far beyond the borders of their cities. Mayan society was highly stratified, with a small group of nobles and priests at the top, followed by artisans, traders, farmers, and slaves. The rulers were often seen as intermediaries between the gods and the people. As part of their divine role, they would perform rituals to ensure the prosperity of their cities, which often involved the construction of monumental architecture, including pyramids and temples dedicated to the gods. These temples were not only places of worship but were also political symbols. Rulers would commission grand architectural projects to demonstrate their power, both to their own people and to rival city-states. These structures also served as the backdrop for ceremonial rituals that were integral to Mayan culture. 3. Rituals and religion, the spiritual heart of the Maya. Religion played an all-encompassing role in Mayan society. It permeated every aspect of daily life, from the agricultural cycle to warfare, and it was intricately tied to their understanding of the cosmos. The Mayans believed that the universe was in a constant state of flux, and maintaining cosmic order required regular rituals and offerings to the gods. The Mayans worshipped a vast pantheon of gods, each governing a specific aspect of life, from the sun and moon to rain and maize. The most significant gods in the Mayan religion were the gods of the sun and rain, Itzamna, the god of creation, and Chuk, the god of rain and fertility. These deities were thought to have direct influence over the prosperity of the Mayan people, and their favor was sought through ceremonies, offerings, and sacrifices. One of the most well-known aspects of Mayan ritual was human sacrifice. While it may seem barbaric to us today, For the Mayans, it was a sacred act intended to nourish the gods and maintain balance in the world. The victims of sacrifice, often prisoners of war, were treated with great respect and were believed to be sending their spirit to the gods in the afterlife. The Mayans also performed bloodletting rituals, where elite individuals would pierce themselves with thorns and offer their own blood as a form of communication with the gods. Another important ritual was the ball game, known as Pakatok, which had both a sporting and a religious significance. The game was played on a large court, and the players used their hips to hit a rubber ball through a stone ring. It was believed that the outcome of the game could influence the favor of the gods, and sometimes the losing team faced sacrifice. The Mayans also believed in the concept of cycles, both in time and life. Their calendar was not just a way to track days but was deeply intertwined with their understanding of cosmic events. Major ceremonies were planned according to the movements of the stars and planets, ensuring that the gods were always in harmony with the human world. 4. Mayan achievements: science, architecture, and art. The Mayans were masters of architecture and engineering. They constructed grand pyramids, temples, and palaces without the use of metal tools. The most famous example of Mayan architecture is El Castillo at Chichen Itza, a pyramid dedicated to the god Kukulkan, the feathered serpent. The structure was designed with such precision that during the spring and autumn equinoxes, the play of light and shadow on the pyramid's steps creates the illusion of a serpent descending from the top. The Mayans were also exceptional mathematicians. They developed the concept of zero independently, an achievement that was crucial for their advanced calculations. This understanding of mathematics allowed them to construct the most accurate calendars in the ancient world. The Mayans' expertise in astronomy and mathematics also led to the creation of observatories, like the one at Uaxacton, where they could track the movements of the stars and planets. Mayan art was also incredibly sophisticated, and it often depicted their gods, rulers, and mythological stories. Pottery, carvings, and murals adorned the walls of their temples and palaces, and their jewelry and clothing were intricately designed. Mayan artists used natural materials, including jade, obsidian, and feathers, to create intricate works of art that were highly prized by the elite. 5. The collapse, mystery, and theories. The decline of the Mayan civilization is one of the greatest mysteries in history. Around the 9th century CE, many of the great city-states in the southern lowlands, such as Copan, Tikal, and Palenque, suddenly abandoned their cities. The reasons for this collapse remain unclear, but several theories have emerged over the years. One theory suggests that prolonged drought played a significant role. The Mayans depended heavily on agriculture, especially maize, which required consistent rainfall. Evidence of a major drought during the time of the collapse suggests that the lack of water may have led to crop failures, famine, and social unrest, contributing to the abandonment of cities. Another theory points to overpopulation and resource depletion. The dense populations of Mayan cities put tremendous pressure on the environment, leading to deforestation and soil erosion. This environmental degradation may have made it difficult to sustain large urban populations, leading to the decline of many city-states. Internal conflict and warfare may also have played a role in the collapse. The Mayan city-states were constantly at war with one another, and as rivalries intensified, political instability may have weakened the civilization. The rulers who relied on warfare to maintain their power may have been unable to prevent the disintegration of their empire. Finally, there is the possibility that the Mayan elites simply lost their grip on power. As the ritual and religious ceremonies became less effective in maintaining cosmic order, the people may have lost faith in their leaders, leading to social upheaval and the eventual collapse of the civilization. 6. Legacy and influence of the Maya. Despite the collapse of their great cities, the legacy of the Mayans lives on. Their descendants still inhabit the regions once controlled by the ancient Maya, and many of their customs and traditions persist today. The Mayan language is still spoken by millions, and their calendar continues to intrigue scholars and enthusiasts alike. The ruins of their cities, such as Tikal, Chichen Itza, and Palenque, attract millions of visitors each year, offering a glimpse into the grandeur of the Maya civilization. Archaeological discoveries continue to shed light on the mysteries of the Mayans, and modern technology, such as LiDAR, light detection and ranging, has allowed us to uncover hidden structures beneath the jungle canopy. Moreover, the Mayans' contributions to science, mathematics, and astronomy have had a lasting impact on human civilization. Their understanding of the cosmos influenced later cultures, and their advancements in mathematics paved the way for modern innovations in technology and engineering. The Mayan civilization was a culture of remarkable achievement, profound rituals, and incredible power. Yet, like all great civilizations, their world eventually came to an end, leaving us with an enduring mystery. If you found this exploration of the Maya fascinating, consider delving deeper into their history. There are still so many unanswered questions about their rise, their rituals, and their ultimate collapse. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with friends who might be interested in learning more about the Mayans. And feel free to leave your thoughts or questions in the comments section below. We'd love to hear your ideas on why the Mayan civilization disappeared and what we can learn from their story.